In this section, the goal is to create stats for our characters. These stats should affect the character's speed, damage, and health. Before getting into stat creation, let's discuss a feature in Unity called a scriptable object. Scriptable objects can be thought of as data containers. They are files dedicated to storing data. This data can be loaded from within any game object. It's truly that simple, but why would we want to use a scriptable object? Aren't variables and components just as good? Scriptable objects are considered to be efficient since data is stored in a central location. Our game may have dozens of enemies. Each time a new enemy is created, we must configure the component. This process can be time-consuming. In some cases, we may want to configure enemies all at once with the same values. Going through prefabs to configure settings can be tedious. By using a scriptable object, components can grab data from a single location. This data can be used to configure the component's own values. If a team member wants to change a piece of data, they can do so from a scriptable object. All components will be reflected with those changes. There are various use cases for scriptable objects. I prefer to use them for configuring the stats of an enemy or player. This section will focus on scriptable objects for applying stats to our characters. Once you're ready, I'll see you in the next lecture.